3, 2, 1.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode. Yes, we are a year on. We are a year on from the Switch 2 coming out. Now, if you've watched the channel at all in the last year, you'll know that I bought this day one. So I bought the Switch day one, and I don't do that. I don't typically buy a console day one. The only consoles I've ever done that for are the Polymega down there, and that's it. Now, what do I think a year on? So, bearing in mind, I pre-ordered the Polymega because otherwise you just don't get them. You just don't get a Polymega at all unless you pre-order it. So, Switch 2 is going up in price this year by, I think, 200 quid, $200. It's something insane. It is an absolutely ludicrous amount of money. So what I'm going to say here will be partially affected by that. So $600, 600 poundaroonies for the Switch 2. Is it worth it? No, it is not worth £600. I would argue it's not even worth... I would argue it wasn't worth 400 quid. I don't typically buy consoles brand new for two reasons. Number one, it's cheaper. And you can tell if it's working typically because I'll buy it like a year or two afterwards because games, that's the second thing. So typically, a launch lineup for me for pretty much every console I've ever owned at launch or around that time, I've waited a year or two. Right from the Xbox 360, right from the GameCube, actually. GameCube being my first console. We got it a couple of years in, and we got a lot of cool shit. Original Xbox, same thing. I waited until 2005, I think it was, when the Halo Triple Pack came out. I got that for Christmas, along with Republic Commando and Sonic Heroes. Not bad. 360, same thing. I got it in 2007 for my birthday, and around that time I got Overlord, I got Halo 3, I got Cameo, I got Gears of War, got Lost Planet. I got a lot of really cool stuff, and the reason for that is typically a launch lineup is shit. There's not enough games for me to go, oh, I'm totally going to play that, So why did I decide to buy this with the Switch 2? Fairly simple. The Direct they did last year showcased a lot of really cool stuff. And I bought about 7 games last year, and I got rid of 2. So, bearing in mind, the launch lineup was a bunch of game key cards, which can fuck right off. I'm just going to lay that out there now. I'm not buying a single game key card. If I'm offered a game key card, I will trade it in. I will get rid of it. I will not use it. Heck, if I had a more successful channel and I was being offered game key cards, I would tell them to fuck off. So I bought 2 games. Bought 2 games at launch: Cyberpunk and Mario Kart World. It's not here, and I'll tell you why. It was awful. It was legitimately terrible. I played 2 racing games last year. Sonic Crossworlds was easily the superior version. It doesn't have janky garbage controls. It doesn't have, well, I wouldn't say the controls are particularly bad, but it feels slow. I haven't played a Mario Kart that's felt fast since Double Dash. And I played 7, I played DS, I played Wii, I played all of them. Nothing has felt quite as good as Double Dash. So, yeah. Then having a janky-ass open world that they hide behind like a button. You have to press a button, you go into the open world, and it's completely and utterly pointless. And I'm just sat here going, it feels tacked on. So I played a lot of this instead. I played about 35 hours and I got really bored because I'll tell you something, I can't play a game for more than maybe more than 20 hours without getting really fucking bored. I even skipped doing the DLC which isn't great, but this is the only version of Cyberpunk I now own. And to the Switch 2's credit, it runs it very, very well just off the cartridge. You put that motherfucker in, it doesn't install, you just play it, which is excellent. So I was left with a conundrum. I had to wait 2 months before the next game came out, which I actually liked, which was this. Donkey Kong Bonanza. And I was like, oh my god, Donkey Kong Bonanza, it's really, really good. And it is really good. Do I think it holds up a console for another 4 months? For another 2 months before the next game comes out, which is just Pokemon XA. Oh, ZA, sorry. Pokemon ZA. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And I'll be honest with you, I hate Pokemon. I have really grown out of Pokemon. I quite liked this. So add that to the contrarian list. Add that to the list of games that I'm like, oh, you know what, this isn't quite so bad. Because it's not this ludicrously sprawling, really incomprehensibly dull formula we've done 1,000 fucking times. Instead, it's this cool sort of large-scale environment of a game that I did like. I did like Pokemon Z. Oh, sorry, Pokemon X. And then I played it again recently, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, this has not aged well. And it hasn't. It hasn't. We're kind of at that point with Pokemon where it needs to be a little bit more. I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, can we move away from turn-based combat? Can we move into something like this? Kind of like Ni no Kuni, where you can move around, you still do the moves, blah, blah, blah. But it's about positioning, it's about timing, it's about strategy. It's not about what attack do I press a multitude of times to get the quickest result. It's about using your brain. Then 2 games came out in November. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, which was my game of the year last year, and Kirby's Air Riders, which is a really, really solid racing game that I haven't put a lot of time into, because I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, this is the better racing game out of Mario Kart and Kirby Air Riders, but I'm not a big racing game guy. Also, it is an F-Zero. So, but yeah, they released 2 racing games. Can't remember the name of the genre because it's in Japanese. But they released a Warriors-style game. Pokemon, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Cyberpunk, Mario Kart World, and then they released Metroid Prime 4. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, I haven't played this console in 6 months. Because everything they've released since Metroid Prime 4, which I hated with a passion, it was awful. Gameplay was awful, open world was tacked on and pointless, the characters can suck so many dicks that they choke and die. At least it will stop them talking. But yes, I'm sat here with 5 games, 6 months on, and there's basically been nothing. 6 months. 6 months and nothing. Like, they released Mario Tennis again. They released Pokopia, but it's a game keycard, so I immediately just went, nah. They've released the new Yoshi about a week ago from the filming of this, and that's it. That's all we've had for 6 months. You know, nothing on the rest of the year yet. They released a trailer for Splatoon Raiders, which I have pre-ordered. They released a trailer for Star Fox for the Switch 2, which I have pre-ordered because, unlike a lot of fucking people, I know that it's the only remake, because I know the difference between a reimagining and a fucking port. But I'm just kind of here like, why did I buy this thing so soon? And here's the kicker. I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to pre-order a new console again. I have set a pre-order down for Neo Geo AES Plus, but that's just a re-release of a console that came out like 30 years ago. So, whatever. And I want that, you know, because it's the only way I'm going to afford a Neo Geo AES. But the point still stands that I am not tempted to buy another console at launch, because this one has just been so shit. Its first year was shit. The Switch's first year was shit. The only fucking games that came out for it were ARMS, Breath of the Wild, which, God, no. Oh, but this had ports of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom again. I'm like, cool, 2 games I don't care about. And then they released Super Mario Wonder again. I'm like, cool, that game came out 2 years ago. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Cool, that came out 3 years ago. Or 4 years ago. Whatever. Came out 3 or 4 years ago. Whoop-de-doo. Where's my new Kirby? Where's my new Mario? Where's my new... you see what I mean? Where's my new Zelda? And I'm hearing rumours on the periphery about an Ocarina of Time remake, and I'm like, okay. Which has been really interesting with the discourse around that, because here's the kicker. Ocarina of Time has been remade twice, or remade 3 times, which is why it's so baffling with the Star Fox thing, because it was ported to 3DS. It was a completely different game on the Wii U, yet you have a port to the GameCube a year or 2 after it comes out on the fucking N64. You have a remake, essentially, on the 3DS, and now it's getting another remake. And I'm just here like, okay, or you could do a new one. And we can not be bored shitless by endless remakes. But, yeah. So, yeah. Here's the thing. I haven't used the Switch in 6 months. It's covered in dust. The Switch 2 has just been not great. There's barely any games for it. It's half of its fucking library is game key cards. I have pre-ordered some stuff. I bought my wife a game for Christmas that she knows about, so it's fine. But that's one. That's the first. That was the first game in 6 months that I bought for the Switch 2, and it wasn't even for me. It's just not good, There's also the fact that anything that's a game key card, I'm just going to buy on PS4. I'm just going to buy on PS5, because chances are it's just going to have the fucking game on the fucking card. It's going to have the game on the fucking disc, rather than wasting my time. Heck, I've gone back and I've got a couple of Switch 1 games to play instead, because there's nothing on this system. I'm even staring at Yoshi going, do I waste money on that when I know I'm just not going to play it? Hell, maybe my wife and I will play through it. I've still got Yoshi's Woolly World. I played it. I didn't even play it. I've had it for 10 years and I haven't played it. It's just... Yeah, so... my thoughts are, as somebody who's pre-ordered their first console ever, respectively, I wouldn't do it again. I don't think the Switch 2 is worth buying at all until later on this year. If you're going to buy it now, because otherwise it's going to jump up £600 when it's not worth £400, or just buy it pre-owned. I don't think it is worth the asking price, which is a shame, because I used the crap out of the Switch, ignoring the fact I'm getting rid of 5 Switch games this week, because I just don't play them. And to be fair, I don't like them. So, never mind. Or I've never played them. Yeah, it's just a bunch of shooters that are retro-inspired that I only bought because they were there. Which maybe I shouldn't have done, but never mind. They'll hopefully sell for a bit more. So, hopefully, some of the games I ordered this year, which includes Wonder Stop, which I do want. My wife has more Switch 2 games coming out this year than I do. That's concerning. It is. It's massively concerning. She's got more coming out than I do. Now, bearing in mind, we did buy this together. But I tend to play... I have just played it more. She hasn't seemed particularly interested in the, 5 games we have. Mostly because she's just been playing a lot of other stuff. Which, good for her. But, yeah, I think that's very telling. She's like, no, there's nothing on it. And she's right, there is nothing on it. There is absolutely nothing on it. So, right now, a year in, don't bother. If you're going to get it down the line when, hopefully, it's cheaper. Alternatively, just buy it used. It'll be cheaper then. you'll probably be playing. You'll probably be playing. You'll probably be paying close to the original asking price of 400 quid. And at that point, I'd go, okay, if you must. But yeah, I think you're probably better off not bothering. So, that's me done for another week. I know this was a bit of a short one. Next week, I'll probably be doing just a very small pickups video. I picked up a few games here and there, so we will probably just have a look at those. It's about 8, give or take 8 games. So, yeah, that'll be fun. Anyways, guys, until next time.